Hello guys, welcome back. So in today's video we're going to learn the different Linux command that I've been practicing lately. So in this video I'm going to create a exercise that's going to be about CAFALL Charity. So now we're trying to be the system administrator of that charity, creating file directories, and also learn how to copy, how to move file, how to move stuff from one directory to another one. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. So let me just go ahead and jump in, show you guys the exercise that we will be doing. Okay, as you guys can see here, this is the exercise. It's going to be CAFALL Charity management system. So in this exercise we'll be simulate a real world scenario where we are the system administrator of CAFALL Charity. So this is the steps that we're going to take. This is the different tools, that the different comment that we will learn: how to create directory, how to navigate through directory, how to create a file, how to echo file, add comment to a file, how to change the file directory, how to change the group ownership, how to move file, how to copy file, how to remove file, how to list a file, how to create a group and add a user to a group. So those are the different comments that we're going to learn today. Okay, what we want to do first is we want to open the terminal, and let's just make the terminal a little bit big here. Okay, so now we are here in our command. So what we want to do first, we want to check exactly where we are, which is pwd, and then we are home. So now we want to go ahead and type ls -ltr and then see all the documents that we have, all the file and directories that we have here. So this is exactly what we have so far, and let's get out there. cd to get out. Okay, we are out. Let's double check again where we are, pwd, and then we are here, home. Okay, so now let's clear the terminal. Okay, now what we want to do first, we want to update our terminal. So let's do sudo app update, enter, and then ask you for your password. You type in your password and it's going to update. So we have 190 package. Okay, 1190 package. Okay, so you do sudo app upgrade -y, sudo upgrade, I wrote it wrong, sudo app upgrade, okay, -y. There you go. So now it's going through upgrading our system. It is very important, so you're used to doing this update and upgrade all the time. You jump into your like Linux command line, either is like Kali Linux or Ubuntu CentOS 7 or whatever the case may be. Just make sure to update and upgrade first of all before you do anything else. Okay, now that we are done, we're going to create CAFALL Charity management system. Okay, so first what we want to do, we want to create the main directory, and also we're going to create some subdirectory inside of the main directory. And then let's double check first where we are. pwd, we are here on home. Let's see what we have. ls list, and this is the directory that we have: desktop, document, download, music, picture, public, template, video. Okay, so let's get out there. cd, we are back. Let's clear the terminal. Okay, so now let's try our first command now, which is going to be make directory. Okay, so it's going to be mkdir. Okay, and the directory will be CAFALL Charity. This is the first directory we're going to create. Okay, so now that one is created, and let's double check if it's created. Okay, let's go ahead to pwd. We are here. Let's list. Let's see if we have CAFALL Charity. There you go, we have CAFALL Charity here. So this one is already created. Okay, now let's go back. cd, let's do list again. So okay, now let's clear. Okay, now let's go inside of CAFALL Charity. Okay, let's list them first. Okay, so we want to go inside of the CAFALL Charity. Now we do cd, which is change the direction, and then you go CAFALL Charity. So now we're trying to enter inside of this directory right here. Okay, so you do cd CAFALL Charity, enter. Okay, now we are inside of CAFALL Charity. Okay, so now what we want to do, we want to create some subdirectories under CAFALL Charity, and the first one would be that make directory, and the first one will be, let's see, donors, and then the second one will be volunteers, and then the third one will be events, and then the fourth one would be financials. Okay, so we could create one by one, and that will take us a lot of time to create one by one. So now instead of doing that, you can just make the command make directory and then list the different directory that you want to create. Okay, so now when you're done, you want to click on enter. Okay, so now to double check if our the subdirectory were created, let's see, let's list them here inside of CAFALL Charity. As you can remember, we are inside of CAFALL Charity, so you list them, and then boom, you see we have donor, event, finance, and volunteer. Okay, so now that's the first step that we need to do. So now let's just get out of CAFALL Charity. Let's see where we are at pwd, and then we are home. Let's list, and then we have CAFALL Charity. Let's go inside of CAFALL Charity, and then as you can see here, hold on, CAFALL Charity. So we are inside of CAFALL Charity, and now let's list what we have there. ls, there you go. So we have donor, events, finance, and volunteer, and then now let's list them in detail. So we do ls-ltr. that give us exactly this detail, more detail about those directories, those subdirectories. Okay, who own them, what kind of permission do we have here, and the size is right here, and then who owned them is right here, the month, the date, and then the time that we created this subdirectory. Okay, so now let's clear the terminal. Okay, let's check exactly where we are again. pwd, we are home. Okay, let's clear. Okay, so that's the first step that we did, which was we created CAFALL Charity. As you can see, this one here, and inside of CAFALL Charity we did create some subdirectory inside, and we go inside cd CAFALL Charity, and then let's list what we have there. Okay, we have donor, events, finance, and volunteer. Okay, so now let's get out of CAFALL Charity. Let's see where we are at home. Okay, so now let's clear the terminal. Now let's go to our next step. Okay, so the next step will be we're going to get inside of our directory, which is cd. So this is our directory. Okay, now we are inside. Let's do list. Okay, so now we have donor, event, finance, and volunteer. Now what we want to do, we want to go inside of donor, and then it's going to be cd, and then do donor. Okay, enter. So now we are inside of donor right here, right? And the first step that we want to do here, we want to create donor file and data. Inside of donor we want to create some file and data. Okay. Right, now that we are here inside of donor, let's go ahead and then create those files. Okay, so now we are here inside CAFALL Charity, and then we are inside of donor directory. So let's do touch, and then do Mary Jones .txt. So that's the first file that we're going to create, and right next to it we're going to create Robert Wilson .txt. That's our txt, that's our second file. And then now the third one is going to be Lisa Taylor .txt, and then you click enter. Okay, so now we have those 3 files as you can see right here. So we are inside of donor. What we want to do, we want to double check. We're gonna go to cd, and then now we are inside of donor. Okay, let's see, let's go back, let's get out a little bit. Okay, cd list, and then now let's clear the terminal to make some room for what we do. So let's go inside of CAFALL Charity, which is cd CAFALL Charity, and then now let's list what we have. We have donor, events, finances. So let's go inside of donor, cd donor, and then now we are inside. Now we want to do ls to list a different file. As you can see, this is the file that we just created. We have them inside of our donor directory. Okay, so we have them here. So now let's clear, and then let's stay back. We stay inside of donor until now. So now, as you can see here, what we're gonna do, we're gonna list them again, and we have the 3 different files. Now they're right there. So Lisa, Mary, and the robots. Okay, so we have the different files there. Okay, so now what we want to do next is we want to echo this information. Okay, so now this is the information that we want to create inside of Mary Jones text. Okay, so it's going to be donation, then the money, the email, and the date. Okay, so now we already finished with Mary Jones. Let's echo some information also into the next files that we have. Okay, so here let's go ahead and delete this information that we had for Mary. Now we wanna do 250 and comma, and then let's do the email here, and then email of Lisa hello@gmail.com. okay, email.com. okay, and then now we want to add the date. So let's do comma, add the date, like what we did on the first files. Okay, and then we're just gonna pick a random date here. So we have the random date, and then now, okay, so this is the date right here that I picked. And then now I want to add that information into Lisa. Okay, so we want to put it inside of Lisa. Okay, so now let's do the same thing again and add it into the last file that we have, which is going to be robot. Okay, so now we have the donation here. Let's see, I think 400, and let's see, I think 400, and then let's put the email robot. Let's see if I got it right. Okay, so I need a double quote. Okay, so we need a double quote, and then donation, and then add the amount of money. This is, let's choose 250. Let's do 400. Okay, let's do 400, and then let's add the email. And the email, when we're done, we're just gonna add the date like what we did the first time. So we have Robert Williams, Robert Wilson, gmail.com. That's it. This is just random that I pick. Okay, so now we wanna add the date, and then also this is going to be a random date. And then where do we want this information? We want them to go inside of robertwilson.txt. Okay, now this is how you're gonna add information like data into one file. Okay, this is how you do it. You want to make sure to put the echo command line first, as you can see here. So that's what we have here, robertwilson.txt, and then enter. Okay, so we have these three information, which is going to be the Mary, Lisa, and Robert. Okay, so those information should be being displayed inside of those files. So that's what we were doing here. So in the command line to do that is going to be echo. Now let's go inside of the donor, which is cd. We're gonna do cd. No, we want to get out first. Let's get out. Change directory, and then now let's go back inside of CAFALL Charity, and let's list them, and then cd inside of donor. Okay, make sure I get the right donor. Okay, now let's list what we have inside donor. We should be, oh, there you go. Now we have see all the information that we need, which is gonna be Lisa. Okay,